They had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas.
To win with that poor shooting performance.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy. Taking a look at the Bulls. Able to put up the first points on the board. Here's Sims, 6 on the shot clock. Can't. Outside Butler. Pass to Mack. Launches a 3, and again.
And I were able to chat. He told me they always have to be ready, especially against this team. Little things at that end of the floor. Kevin, his team able to get the win in their last matchup. We'll see if they can get it done tonight.
All right, Doris, thank you. I think the message Coach has delivered is well-focused, guys.
Yeah, straight to the point there. I mean, defend their shooters with every ounce of energy they can muster.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach go deep into his bench tonight because of that. They're going to be expending a ton of energy on defense, and he's going to need everybody to be ready to play.
Here's Mack following the bucket by the Hornets. Mirotic, a screen on Jones. Mirotic, the screen. Here's Mack. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really I like the movement and communication there.
Right side Jones launches it. Chicago grabs the miss, fresh from a win against Portland.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Shoots off the screen. Mack grabs the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mirotic, the screen. A chance. There to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the night.
And as a team,
Two. Oh, 90, bro. 90. Who wanna play next? Yeah.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they were undefeated against this squad last season, going 3-0. We'll see if they can continue that dominance. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes, because you know if they try to get to the rim, the anchor is back there. And after that, it's all about getting your
On the road looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the injury to Nerlens Noel. This is really the big news.
Yeah, well, when he got hurt in their last game, Kevin, the hope was that it wasn't too serious, but we blow for them.
Really just a tough. It looks like it will be.
Mack, he's in at the point. Mirotic out there with Winslow. Then it's Zeller, and it's Butler in at the 2. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup, their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Here's Mack. The 76ers getting the bucket. Lets it go with a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Here's Mack. He had 15 points last outing, just 3 to shoot. Another one falls for Chicago.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the inside, and then Okafor slams it in.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Mack. And it's Looney with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lynn with it, now guarded by Mack. Okafor gets the bucket.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Picked by Zeller. Here's Mack. 6 points for him. Shoots it, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the pass to Roberson. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Mack. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Shoots the 3, and he gets it to go. Mack's got 9 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it.
For Chicago, they won their last contest, that game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, ran away with that game, mainly in part because of their offense.
Yeah, the ball movement and player movement, so crisp and sharp, and it led to a lot of high-quality shots for him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Bulls, Mack in a 2-guard, Jimmy Butler is out there with Laverne. Then there's Derrick Rose, and it's Okafor missing. The Bulls leading by 3. Butler on the wing. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Butler's got his first points in this one.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Embiid with a screen on Rose. Down low. Second shot opportunity, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Looney's checked in for the 76ers. Jeremy Lin comes in for Curry. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Winslow comes in for Rose. Here's Mack. He's got 11. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Chicago scoring again. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets had a huge game. He finished with 15 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
From deep. The shot, no good.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Good. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Mirotic, the screen. Here's Mack, 13 points in the game. Connects from three-point range. Mack's got 16.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And now look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. Freak number 1.
And you can't say enough about the value of a player like him. I mean, who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Exactly. It's just not his ability to distribute the basketball. I mean, it's the scoring punch that he provides as well. That's, to me, what makes him special as a dual-threat point guard.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Zeller, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic, the screen. Here's Mack. He's got 16. Lets it go from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Okafor's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Kicks to Lin. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Stolen away. Here's Mack, covered by Okafor. Mirotic, the screen. Here's Mack. Mirotic, a screen on Lin. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mack. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Robertson dishes to Lin. Here's Uwawa. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Lin's got 5 assists tonight. Chicago making some changes. Terrence Jones is checked in for Mirotic. And the first half. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitter.
I could call you a...
And for the Bull, Mack, he's in at point guard. Zeller is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. The 76ers leading by 3. And for the 76ers. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. From 10 feet out, and it's blocked by Mack. He feeds it to Butler. Here's Mack, defended by Lynn. Unloads. Good, he hits the jump shot. 21 points for Freak. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Lynn. No luck. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win. So we'll see how they handle things tonight.
Here's Mack. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Roberson the pass to Lynn. Pick by Okafor. Pass to Roberson. The 3-ball. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Pick by Zeller. Here's Mack, and it's Chicago scoring again.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Chicago with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but
On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Mack, he's in at shooting guard. Cody Zeller out there with Laverne. Then it's Winslow, and it's Rose in at the 1 spot.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now, here's Marshall. He's covered by Rose. Okafor sets the pick for Marshall. Here's Embiid. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. And that's 15 points for Joel Embiid.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Rose gets a wide open look. Buries the 20-footer.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting it.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
One of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And the 76ers making a change here. Looney's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Mirotic is checked in for Laverne. Here's Mack. Jacks up a three, and it's Looney with the